Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech, and it's time for our monthly roundup of what was the most profitable cryptocurrency to mine throughout the month of October, where we take 6 RTX 3060s from Nvidia and put them against 6 RX 6600 XTs every single month, bring you that data, and hopefully help us draw conclusions on what we should be considering to mine in the future. Now, real quick, this video is sponsored by Crypto Miner Bros. A huge shout out to them, but we'll talk more about that in just a moment. The data is for you to all help you all decide on what cryptocurrencies you want to mine. And unfortunately, since the Ethereum merge, we're still staggering. We're still slowly not climbing back to those golden days. And right now, the 3060s, if you had 6 of them mining away at the US national average for electricity costs, which is 15 cents per kilowatt hour, you'd be making anywhere between 50 cents to $1.40 a day. But then after electricity, you're at a negative 25 cent, negative 28 cent, negative 50 cent, negative 70 cents. And it's not much better on the AMD side of things. On average, you're ranging anywhere between 60 something cents to $1.25. But again, negative 17 cents, negative 20 cents, negative 35, 34 cents. So all of these coins, if you mine them at the current electricity rate, you're going to be negative. But not everybody is paying the rate of the national average here in the United States. So many of you that might be running on renewables or not having to pay for electricity at all are going to be in the positive with mining through your hardware or your various GPUs. Again, 6 3060s against 6 RX 6600 XTs. Now, real quick, before we get into data, if you don't mind, let's hear a quick word from today's video sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by CryptoMinerBros.com, a leading cryptocurrency mining hardware vendor / distributor, bringing you the latest offerings from Ice River, Bitmain, Goldshell, WhatsMiner, and much more from all the various manufacturers. And while they are headquartered in Hong Kong, they have mining distribution centers here in North America that can actually save you money on import duties, trusted by a number of different brands or companies in the industry. They also have a great following on social media, and if you follow them, you might get an update on whatever the latest offering is on hardware that comes out, as well as competitive pricing in the industry. If you're interested to learn more, click the link in the description and use coupon code SerpentX at checkout. And by supporting our sponsors, you support our channel, and we thank you very much. Now let's get into today's content. Looking at the data now for the AMD side of things, you can see a lot of the ProgPow or Kapow type tokens are doing very well on AMD, especially the 6600 XTs. While on the Nvidia side, those ProgPow coins aren't doing so hot. We got a mix of various cryptocurrencies like Aleo, Hootsat, Pugdak, Conceal, Raptorium, Dynex making a comeback, showing up on the Nvidia side. And you're going to see that in the charts, the differences between the AMD side and Nvidia side. But first, the Nvidia side. The top 10 most profitable cryptocurrencies to mine throughout October were Aleo, which I do like that token. Very interested in it, and I like the Leo wallet, the extension that you get on your browser. Conceal, which was taken off of hashrate.no, but then brought back, as there are a lot of privacy focused miners that just want to mine a privacy token, and Conceal is really one of the only few options out there. Zealous, and forgive me if I'm saying that incorrectly, Xano, BlockX, Evermore, Dynex, Pugdag, Hootsat, and then Sky Doge. And you could see here there's a token at the very end that was in the top 13, fell off towards the end, and obviously for obvious reasons, the Conflux Pyron variant. However, if we look at Nvidia side, Pyron's still up there. Like in today's current shakeout of the top 10, Pyron's in the top 10. So it's surviving somehow. But we all know the story with that. If you haven't, please check out some of my colleagues' videos on what's going on with Pyron, or at least their social media feeds. On the AMD side of things, the top 10 were Clore, Conceal, Ravencoin, Carlson, Ironfish, NurAI, AI Dpin, Xano, Flux, and Pugdag, which I haven't seen Flux in a while, but Flux have been consistently in the top 10 throughout the 31 days in October on the AMD side of things. And then we have Dynex rounding up the top 13, which slowly started climbing up throughout October. It wasn't there at the beginning of October, but started climbing up at the end. And it's a good mix here between Nvidia and AMD. They're not exactly the same. It's not one size that fits all. That's good, right? So your AMD GPUs, honestly, in my personal opinion, if you got anything older than a Polaris, put all the Polaris cards on its own rig. Do not mix the Polaris cards with the later generations like the 5700, 6600, 6800, because there's some driver issues and optimizations that AMD, while it does get better over time, the drivers are not as refined as the Nvidia side. So ProgPal / Capal variant tokens dominating still on the AMD side, like Clore, Ravencoin, NeuroAI, AI Dpin, with a few mixed in there like Conceal, Carlson, Xano. But on the Nvidia side, we got Zealous, Conceal, Aleo, BlockX, One ProgPal, which is Evermore, Dynex, Hootsat, SkyDode. So it's a different mix, and I wouldn't be mixing my Nvidia and AMD GPUs into the same rig. Instead, what I would be recommending is just have, like Nvidia, I have no issues running my 980 Ti all the way to the 3080 on one rig. They work just fine. No issues with drivers whatsoever. On the AMD side of things, though, when I start mixing Polaris with the later generation, there tends to be some crashes, some issues, some difficulties, some overclocking bugs that tend to creep up. So if I can separate the two, have them in their own different rigs, that'd probably be the best bet. But that is the data for October. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below, and do me a favor on the way out. Hit that like button, get subscribed, hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out additional links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. And you just have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you in the next one.